All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, the ex-Muslim atheist, and welcome to another episode of Sultan's House of Sin. Right. I showed you a couple of weeks ago, I showed you the attitude of violence towards women in Pakistan and in India as well. There's an honor culture in these countries. This is why whenever an incident happens of violence towards women, whenever any such incident happens, these guys have a totally different answer to it. They're like, oh, victim blaming, which is quite common. Somewhat it's in Western countries as well. And feminists have highlighted that problem and people are learning, which is a good thing. But again, it goes, sometimes there's overcorrection. There's a very good TV show called Morning Wars on Apple TV Plus. It's Apple production. Check it out. It actually shows subtly, it tells us about problems that are wrong with Me Too as well. So there's some overcorrection in that. The first wave is definitely right. The sexual violence, etc. People like Weinstein and Cosby and real predators, they should be put in prison for a long time and lose the key. But then there are some other people like Aziz Ansari and Neil deGrasse Tyson and those guys who are accused of, just dates gone wrong. So anyway, so there's a balance in between with Me Too movement. And it's quite interesting to see that coming from Apple TV, something like a very liberalized platform you would imagine. But anyway, go check it out. It's a wonderful show. But in Muslim countries and Eastern countries in particular, it's totally different. It's not a debate of, someone gets raped or not, or whether that's the right thing or not. No, these guys come up with totally different excuses. Have a look. This guy, check out this Pakistani woman confronting a Muslim cleric. Check it out.
रेप के केसेस में दिन ब दिन इजाफा हो रहा है।
के साथ बताऊं, जब इस हुलिये में आवाम बाहर फिरेगी तो रेप ही होंगे और क्या होगा?
मेरे हुलिये में क्या है?
मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, जब इस हुलिये में आएंगी, स्कर्ट पहनी होगी, टाइट्स पहनी होगी,
मैंने स्कर्ट पहनी हुई है।
अगले के हालात खुद खराब करेंगे तो फिर
मैंने स्कर्ट पहनी हुई है।
ड्रामों में क्या दिखाया जा रहा है? टीवी ड्रामा
कहा है कि बच्चियां ऐसे आएंगी। मैंने स्कर्ट पहनी हुई है।
मुझे बताएं, टीवी ड्रामों में क्या दिखा रहे हैं?
टीवी ड्रामों पे आप आम जिंदगी में कैसे, पाकिस्तान में कितने फीसद लोग स्कर्ट पहनते हैं?
जो कितने किसी कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी चली जाए, आपको पता लग जाएगा।
में स्कर्ट पहना जाता है।
मैंने कहा आप चली जाए ना, आपको पता लग जाएगा कि वहाँ ड्रेस क्या चल रहे हैं। आपको चूसनी या फीडर लेके नहीं है कि आपको पता नहीं है, आप बच्ची हैं।
आप कह रहे हैं कि औरत का कसूर है कि वो जो पहनती है। चले, मैं आपकी बात मान लेती हूँ, तो मुझे बताएं कि 2.5 साल की बच्ची का क्या कसूर है? 2.5 साल की बच्ची
तो हमारी अपनी बेवकूफी है।
2.5 साल की बच्ची ने कौन सी स्कर्ट पहनी होगी?
बेवकूफी है।
2 दिन की बच्ची ने क्या पहना होगा, मुझे बताइएगा जरा। 2 दिन की बच्ची ने कौन सी ड्रेसिंग पहनी होगी?
तो आराम करने के लिए तुम आ जाती हो, जाओ।
बहुत ही यकीन कीजिएगा, वेरी ऑफेंसिव। अब ये इस्लाम के ठेकेदार है और मुझे ये सोशल मीडिया के लिए चाहिए। हाँ जी,
मतलब वो आप क्यों कह रही हैं इस्लाम को?
भाई इस्लाम, आप लोग इस्लाम के ठेकेदार हैं। आप कह रहे हैं कि स्कर्ट पहन के निकलती है लड़कियां। आप कह रहे हैं लड़कियां गलत कपड़े पहनती हैं। आप गलत बात कर रहे हैं। औरतों की तस्लील कर रहे हैं आप औरतों की तस्लील कर रहे हैं। आप तू तड़ा करके बात कर रहे हैं, बदतमीजी कर रहे हैं।
ठीक है ना, वो भाई तुसी अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू,
मतलब नाउ ही इज गोइंग टू टेल अस कि आप क्या पहनती है। 2 दिन की बच्ची क्या पहनेगी, ये बताएंगे।
Did you like my bias? I put in Molvi keeps yapping. usually people put inaudible. I put Molvi keeps yapping because I really believe in laughing these people out of the room. I laugh them out of the room. Don't give them any respect. They don't deserve any respect at all. He basically, like we hear that quite a lot, when they say, oh, keep it in your pants. It's people say that, when some people end up getting caught having an affair or something, and they say, oh, you couldn't. Again, so you get shamed for doing that, for having an affair or something. Fair enough. But these guys openly, proudly say, they say, oh, that girl is wearing tight shalwar kameez, tight shalwar kameez. So I could see the side of a boobie maybe. And this just makes me so horny. Oh, man, I can't. There's a beast in me. Openly saying it. They say that. I just don't get it. I would be so embarrassed to say it. Even if, you do get dirty thoughts. As the Molvi said, just say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, and then do just over your left shoulder, the devil will fly off. But I would rather do that, but then come out to the world and say, hey, I saw you in tight clothes. I couldn't control myself, and I attacked you. And then when I get caught, I'd be like, hey, it's her fault. So these guys openly say that. But again, this is such a pathetically flawed argument. And the woman was actually scared, and she didn't say, am I wearing skirts? She should have said, even if I'm wearing skirts, so what? And then, as I said, like the previous Molvi, this guy said that, because they know that madrasas are filled with filth and so many scandals are coming out. They say, go to colleges and universities, you'll find out girls are wearing skirts. In Pakistani colleges, universities, nobody wears skirts. Nobody. They wear traditional shalwar kameez. They even wear dupatta. There's just a little flimsy hijab kind of thing. It's not really hijab, but it's a dupatta. So she said, no. She stood her ground. Good on her. And then the good point was, now what about the boys in madrasas? You're going to put them in burqas as well? There was a Turkish cleric who said boys should not shave. They should grow a beard because they look like girls, and those pretty boys with clean shaves, they give dirty thoughts to men as well. That's why I've got a beard. Because I'm a very pretty boy underneath. Okay. So and what about the little girls? What about children? That a rapist would still say, I couldn't contain myself. I'm sorry. What about the dead bodies in graveyards that people, grave raiders, and then they rape them? What about the freaking goats and donkeys and cats that these people rape? You're going to put everyone in a hijab? They're going to put even little boys in hijab? Obviously, it's got nothing to do with that, you doofuses. These brain-dead zombies just don't get it. To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.